Under fractions, today we are subtracting from a number greater than 1. Which means this. Up until now, taking our little baby steps here, we did 1 minus 7/8, right? And how are you supposed to do that? Again, it's a quick little review. The first thing you do is
draw it out.
No, we're not drawing out anymore. You don't need to draw anymore. Bryce?
You put it to 8/8.
No. First thing you do is write up and down 1 minus 7/8. And then Bryce said, yes, you change this so that it has the same bottom number of that, which makes it 8/8. And then you take 7/8 from 8/8 and you get 1/8. Well, today we're going to do the same thing, except it's going to be like 5 minus 7/8. And you're going to do the same exact thing. You're going to write it up and down. 5 minus 7/8. Okay? But what you need to do with this is really the same thing. You're going to borrow, actually the 7/8 should have been over there. You're going to borrow 1 from the 5, it becomes a 4. And then you're going to put that same number 1 over there. It's 4 and 8/8, because that's the same thing as 5. Then you'll subtract your 7/8 from that thing right there, and you end up with 4 and 1/8. Alright, let's look at another one here. How about 7 minus 5, 6. Okay, so you write that up and down. It should be 7 minus, we should put 5, 6 over here. What do I get when I borrow from the 7?
6.
I take 1 away from it, it becomes a 6. And then what fraction do I put above 5, 6?
6.
Right, whatever that bottom number is, that's what you pick your fraction to be. Because 6 and 6/6 is the same exact thing as 7. I just kind of change it. And then when I subtract, if I take 5 6s away from 6 6s, I get 1 6, and my 6 still hangs around over there, so it's 6 and 1/6. How about one more? What if I had 43 minus 11/15? What would you get if you took 43 minus 11/15? You actually have to do those out for me, if you would. Oh, wait, I guess we have one more to do after that. When you do that, Carter Westfall, what'd you come up with? Oh, you're not doing it, or you are doing it? Carter, what'd you come up with? I'm waiting. It's not a long process. Did you write it up and down?
Yes.
So it looks like this. 43 minus 11/15. Alright, did you borrow from the 43?
Yeah.
It becomes a?
33.
What fraction did you make the one that you borrowed from?
47.
No,
15.
15 over 15. And if you take 11 from 15, what do you get?
4.
So your fraction's 4/15, and you still have 42 left over. 42 and 4/15. Now, we are going to do something where I see people make mistakes all the time, especially when they're making change. What if you have 5 minus 1 1/2? Now, I will tell you, normally if people are doing this mentally, which I don't encourage you, but in the real world you should be able to, a lot of people go, well, that's obvious, it's 4 1/2. But that's not right. 4.5 is actually very much wrong, and I'll show you why right here. If we do 5 minus 1 1/2, okay, you have to borrow from the 5, it becomes a 4. And what fraction am I putting over there? 2/2. If I do take the half from the 2/2, I get a half, but it's not 4.5 when I subtract because I had to take 1 away from that 5 to make my fraction over there. It's actually 3.5. So you go into a store and you buy something for $3.50 and you give the gal a $10 bill, how much change should you get back? Your bill is $3.50, $3.50. You give the lady a $10 bill, how much change should you get back, Brand?
$7.57.
No, so you did the same thing right there. I'll show it to you. 10 minus 3 1/2. You have to take 1 away from the 10 to borrow that half, take that half away from. So it's not $7.50, it's $6.50. So people make that mistake. That's probably the one subtraction mistake I see people make more often than not. How about if you have something, if you buy $8.50 worth of something and you give somebody a $10 bill. $8.50, your change from $8.50 if you give them a $10 bill, Evelyn, is $1.50, not $2.50. So be very, very careful with that when you do your calculation.